That one here, as you know, some of the Airsoft video, I have a echo one.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Spartacus Airsoft, and today I'm going to be redoing one of my older videos that was named What to Bring to an Airsoft War. Recently I'm going to be revising quite a bit of my videos, and you're going to be seeing what you would call a lot less cancerous Airsoft videos, I suppose, because I know the older videos were kind of like just low-level Airsoft videos, but over the past couple of months, over my what you would call sabbatical from YouTube, learned a lot more about gear, and I've become a lot less ignorant to the real steel world. So kind of just took a while back, and I think that'll really do good for the channel. So I'm kind of ready to start making videos once again. I have a better camera as well now. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah. I've become a lot, like I've said, a lot less ignorant to real steel gear and whatnot. I know before, you guys probably known that I was kind of a noob. I mean, I was good with guns and everything, and I was, you know, had real high quality stuff, but as far as gear went, I was pretty uneducated. So I apologize for that. I never even knew until I was opened up to this whole world of how really ignorant I was to milsim, we'll call it. So today I'm going to be making a remake of the What to Bring to an Airsoft War video. I think these are pretty helpful. I used to watch these when I was getting into Airsoft because this will be more geared towards a longer event, outdoor event. I mean, for an indoor event, you could just swap the CIRAS for a lighter rig, as I have back there with my tag Phalanx. If I was going to CQB, I wouldn't be bringing my Eagle Maritime CIRAS, as you see here. I would be bringing my tag Phalanx that you see back there, which you can see in an earlier review. I have a Lancer slick under it now. This is the reason it probably looks a little different. So, starting with your rig. Well, let's start from the very beginning. You're going to want a good pair of boots. I don't have them down here, but I do have a pair of surplus boots. They're McRae's, and they have Vibram soles. If you look hard enough on eBay, you can find them for like literally $15 plus $12 in shipping, and they're beat up, but they're made and stitched in the USA. They're surplus boots, and they are fantastic boots. They're going to be really dirty and a little bit uncomfortable at first, but once you sink into them, they are the most durable boots you'll ever buy in your whole entire life. You can't get better than Made in America boots. So definitely get a good pair of those. Desert Tan is definitely going to do the best, and going to be in the most plentiful supply. You can look anywhere on the internet. I mean, they do go up to $60, but if you look hard enough, you can find a really good deal on them. Don't shy away because they look dirty or they're beat up. They still have a lot of life in them. Moving up, you're going to want, obviously, your BDU. I have an eclectic assortment of BDUs. Ignore the ACU back there. That is a hard pattern. I have DCU, M81, and a shit ton more M81. So, really pick, if you're not going to like a milsim event where the camouflage is already picked, pick the Airsoft, or pick the BDU to your environment. M81 for the East Coast is what's going to fit the best. I have a couple sets of M81 Fields, and I have an M81 Combat set. I'm going to be looking into getting either dry fire or the TMC G3 Cry style M81 sets soon, because I heard the integrated pads actually help a good bit. So, if you're on the East Coast, as I am, I'm definitely going to say that M81 is the best. So, because a lot of it out here is wooded, so it's really going to be the best pattern. I think it works the best. Multicam is going to work well, but not as it would as say in the West Coast, where you have, you know, some more desert environments like in California, Nevada, etc. But out here it's mainly wooded, and M81 is really going to work the best. And M81 goes with a lot of modern loadouts. Pleasantly enough, you can do SWCC, SWIC, as are commonly known loadouts. You can, which I usually run. You can also do MARSOC, which is a very popular loadout today. Or you can do a bit older loadouts like pre, you know, 06 Navy SEALs. You can do Marcus Luttrell loadouts were popular for a while. You can do a wide loadout or variety of loadouts with M81. You can even mix them. You can mix the M81 and the DCU if that's what you fancy. So yeah. So if you're going to a longer event or a day event, especially outdoor event, you're going to want a plate carrier, not a chest rig, unless you have a battle belt setup. This is my Eagle CIRAS Maritime with the built-in, or with a, I managed to get a bungee sling that I had off an old Phantom CIRAS through here. So this works well enough because I couldn't get my Black Hawk sling through there. So yeah, on here basically I'll give you a quick rundown of what I have. I have just a double pistol pouch. I forget what brand they are. I forget now, but I know some of the pouches are repros, some are real, so I'm not going to remember all of them because I kind of just got them from my bin of pouches. This is a cat tourniquet. This is basically for looks, unless someone gets, you know, freaking slashed or shot or mortally wounded. This isn't going to be coming off the rig. Zip ties. I love zip ties. They're going to come in handy a shit ton of times. And I like to have them right here so I can get them out real easy. You can just web them through your PALS webbing. They're awesome to have. You never know what you're going to need them for. So definitely keep some zip ties somewhere. These are just G&G replica M18 smokes. You can get these off Air Rattle for I think like 28 bucks. These are a really nice addition to your kit and will make any MARSOC, SWIC, Navy SEAL kit look ultra kosher because they are really nice looking. And they each hold 2,000 BBs, but the feeding spout is really small. So here I have a U-94 style push-to-talk. I believe it's Z-TAC. American flag. I have 4 2x2s. Or, I mean, 1x2s, excuse me. One pouch, 2 mags, you know, whatever. 2x1s, 1x2s, I always forget. I think it's 2x1s, sorry for that. These each hold 2 Stanags, 5.56, standard. I've tried to cram 7.62s in there for my M14, but that didn't end well. So, these are good. I believe they might be Eagle Industries. They could be. Oops, I did one of my buttons here. Over here, moving to the side, I have a Eagle Industries padded pouch. These will be good for electronic devices, anything fragile. If you have NVGs, this would be a good place to put them, but if you have NVGs, I would recommend the Tac Taylor hard case that mounts onto here. But I keep a can of green gas in here and a speed loader, just because I was always fearful of getting shot by a higher powered airsoft rifle and puncturing my gas tank, even though that is extremely unlikely. I had this padded pouch, and it's always good to have gas close to me, and this can also hold, you know, this is a utility pouch, so it can hold a lot of different things. Here, I believe this is a Phantom Banger. I keep a my balaclava in here. because I keep my smokes up front, and I don't like thunder beads or any of those other things. Moving on to my back panel, I have 1x1s on the back. I don't have a mag in both of them, I don't think. Or do I? Oh yeah, I do. So I keep, this is how I assembled my back panel, basically. I keep M4 mags here, because M4 is the most universal platform in Airsoft. This is what I kind of call buddy mags. So if a buddy's out of mags and they call over to me and I'm out, just come right over and grab a mag. So I do recommend that. If you're going to an Airsoft game, you're going to want to have some kind of system like that. Work with your team. Here I have a Tactailor shotgun pouch. This holds, what, 1, 2, 3, 6 shells, and on the inside it holds like 16. But I've adapted it to use Cyalume chem lights to hold them. These are white. These are really useful for marking rooms as they've been cleared, and obviously for vision. These are very powerful chem lights, and they're also not the cheapest thing when it comes to chem lights. I think they're like $1.29 a piece, so yeah. But I like to support American companies, so I like this by Cyalume. This is a horizontal GP pouch. It might be, I think it's Paraclete. In here, it's gonna be hard to get open with one hand. I keep gloves. I keep a couple pairs of gloves. I keep USGI wool inserts. Those are great to have, especially in the winter, obviously. A pair of Mechanics 0.5 covert gloves, and I keep a pair of Frog Nomex gloves. Those are the in Desert Tan. Those are good for MARSOC loadouts. But I prefer the Mechanics because they're just a lot more comfortable. The Frogs are good though if you're working with fire, if you're making a fire, something like that. It's always good to have a pair of fireproof gloves, especially for me. This here is an MBITR radio pouch. I keep my Motorola MTS 2000 with, I think it's like a 6-inch whip antenna connected to my push-to-talk with my MTS 2000 adapter. So yeah, that's always a good pouch to have around, or, oh well, obviously it's an essential for any loadout. You're going to need a radio. This is a Tactical Assault Gear IFAK with trauma scissors. Trauma scissors are also a very good addition to have. I've loaded this with various medical supplies. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. I just have some basic medical kit in here. Some ABD absorbent pads, tweezers, scissors, some non-adhesive sterile pads, adhesive tape, some basic painkillers, triodine, antiseptic, some real basic medical kit. That's not necessary, obviously, but I mean, if someone does get hurt because you are in the forest and you are running around, it's always good to have an IFAK that's actually loaded. So that's the kit. That's just to give you an idea of hopefully that gives you an idea also how to set up your CIRAS. I don't have an admin on there because I don't like admins, or at least the one that I have, and I'm too lazy to buy a new one. So I hope that gives you an idea on how to set this up. So let's run through it again. Some essential things you're going to need. Mags, obviously. I have that in my loadout bag. A radio is always good. Something that's compatible with most other radios. Mine's 800 megahertz, so it's not going to be compatible with a whole lot of radios, but if someone else has something like an MTS 2000, XTS 2000, that'd be good. But something like a Baofeng UVR5 will probably be better, as that's a really common radio in Airsoft. Sorry if this video is dragging on for a while, guys, but I really want to, do this right and give you guys a really good idea of what to bring. So some essentials you're going to want. In my opinion, zip ties are going to help a lot. Speed loaders, scissors, a decent, if you're allowed, small pocket knife. Nothing big. Nothing like a K-bar. Don't go ridiculous. Just a small concealed pocket knife, something with an edge. Just in case you need it. Don't brandish it in no way, shape, or form do I. condone that you brandish it or store it on the outside of your rig. I usually have a Leatherman Wingman right here. It's a multi-tool. I do actually recommend a multi-tool over a pocket knife because they will, especially one with pliers, a screwdriver, and a flathead. Phillips head and a flathead, I mean. So your BDU that's fitting to your environment will be great. Don't forget that. A padded pouch of some sort would be a good idea, but not necessary. Also, maybe a small amount of medical kit would be a decent idea for outdoor play. So that's the essentials for your rig, what you're going to want to keep on your rig. Moving over to your bag. I found this, there is a small company in my area, I forget what the name is now, but they're made in America bags. So these are nice bags, but if you can find really any kind of duffel, that would be a good idea. Something that except Velcro is a plus, because so you can put your name on it. I just have my last name and some kind of identifier tag. I just have a little Rui patch on there, something so I can identify it's my bag quickly. So I'm going to try and run through this fairly quickly so that this video doesn't exceed 25 minutes. In the front pocket here, I like to keep electrical tape, because electrical tape's always a good idea to keep on you. You'll see it on a lot of rigs as well. And one here, I keep my shemagh in here. A shemagh is a very nice accessory to have on the field. It'll keep your neck from being irritated, or when it's cold, it's going to keep it cold, out of the cold, or it's also going to keep the sun out of your neck. And one of the main compartment of the bag, I have a, let's open her up. So up top, I have my MICH 2000. I believe this is the Emerson one. I have on here my NSW Coleco jack, all my Velcro. This is just my standard helmet setup, and an IR flag. I have a USGI 1-hole mount, which isn't really kosher for any of my loadouts, but I'm too lazy to get into Roto's 3-hole. But I do have a Rhino arm, so that's relatively kosher for most of my loadouts, so I'm pretty happy with that. So the Rhino arm will be the most kosher for most loadouts. So it's just a standard MICH 2000, which will be kosher for most modern or most popular loadouts, I should say. It'll be kosher for your MARSOC, SWIC loadouts, which I do both. So definitely pack your helmet. It's going to be a good idea if you fall or bump your head. Even it's going to give you a little bit of protection. Not saying it's going to give you a whole lot, but besides that, I have my MSA swordings. Let's see here, just swordings. I have them on the headband, obviously, because my MICH doesn't have any rails, because that's not kosher or concurrent to my loadout. I do have the Iron Forge Concepts CIRAS to hook on to my fast with the Z-Tac rail adapters, so I do have those, but I use the headband obviously for this, for the MICH 2000. And moving on, I have a pair of Oakley fuel cells. These are going to be the SI ones. These are ballistic, so these are what I use for eye protection in most games, because I'm not big on goggles. Anywhere will they allow me to use it. A rag, a blue, I use just a standard blue, like, mechanic rag. These would be good for cleaning off your lenses, or cleaning off anything, really. A rag is always a good idea. Let's see here. What else have I got? Bottle lens cleaner. Looks like vodka. That's weird. I can get in trouble for that. This is isopropyl alcohol that I've just put in a water bottle because they come in really big jugs. So, some kind of lens cleaner, obviously. That's going to be a good idea. Isopropyl alcohol works really well, and actually vodka works really well, too. But I wouldn't recommend bringing that to an airsoft game. Beyond that, smart charger. No matter where you are, don't count on that someone else is going to have one, especially if your battery dies in the middle of the day. You're going to want also, if you have it, a portable power source wouldn't be a bad idea. Moving on, I keep some little bits of gear that I can't fit anywhere else. This is an Eagle duty belt with a older thumb pouch. I can't remember what brand. I believe it's a Phantom. I like this because I don't like full-on Molly battle belts, but I do enjoy a duty belt to keep everything in place, and so I can hang my dump off. And I also have a clip over there, as you can see, for a drop leg that I use. Keep a boonie. That's just a personal preference thing. That's not really something that's important, but I like it to keep the sun out of my eyes and keep the weight off my head for when I'm not wearing my helmet. This is my K-bar. I wouldn't recommend bringing this to a game. This is a 9-inch knife. If you don't know knives, I don't recommend bringing that to a game, actually. I'm not sure why that was in there. Pair of goggles in case they don't let you use shooting glasses for protection. These are ESS, but any goggles will do. I do recommend keeping them in your bag. Down here I have my multicam drop leg. This blends nicely with M81. This is used to hold my Mark 23. Further on, this is my belt that supports my V.2. It's a 511 double duty TDU belt. Very nice belt, double-sided, black coyote. That's what I use. I also have an LBT riggers belt, but sometimes that gets a little heavy for my liking, and it just tends to get on my nerves. Here's my Tokyo Marine Mark 23. Comes in its own case, but I do recommend if you that you bring your sidearm in a padded pistol case, one that locks. This one accepts a padlock, so that's always a good idea. In case someone goes rooting around in your bag, at least they can't get one of the more expensive things in your bag open, you know. And if they steal the whole case, that pretty much sucks. But at least if they steal your whole case, they can't get in really, or it'll take some real effort to get in there, and something can track more easily. But yeah, this is my Tokyo Mark 23. This is my standard sidearm no matter what loadout I'm using, because I just got so damn tired of going through so many different gas pistols. I just got this beast. Most reliable pistol on the market, if you ask me. So, definitely recommend that. I'll do a review on that later. Get that out of the way. And then last thing, yay. One of these ammo cans. I use a Plano polymer ammo can because they're light and they're cheap. I keep all my mags in here. Yep, keep all my mags in here just to keep the weight off my plate carrier. Oops. Just to keep the weight off my plate carrier. It keeps the weight down carrying that because it's already heavy enough. So keeping it in here is an easy way to get to all your mags and to keep them all together, so you know which mags are yours. I think I keep up to 9 stand mags in here, and then I have 3 Mark 23 mags. So one of these ammo cans, it's a little bit personal preference, but I do recommend it. So all in all, that's everything that's in my bag and on my rig. So so yeah, I hope this helps. I'm sorry if it's really lengthy. I just wanted to make sure I got everything. So, this is Spartacus Airsoft, guys. Shoot me a personal message for, if you have any questions, because I may be disabling comments in the near future. I'll explain that in a later video as well. And if there's anything you'd like to see, just, you know, comment if they're enabled, or shoot me a personal message. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and have a nice day.